Hello everybody and welcome back to more political chatter. In this video we will be talking about the 2024 general election presidential debates, the very highly anticipated debates that could absolutely change everything. They have been set by the Commission on Presidential Debates, of course, that nonpartisan commission that make sure these debates happen and make sure they matter. But the first debate is scheduled for September 16th, 2024. So like a month and a half, but more than a month and a half before Election Day in Texas. And then 9 days later, the 25th of September, there will be a vice presidential debate in Pennsylvania. And then on October 1st, the second presidential debate will be held in Virginia. And October 9th, only 8 days later, there's the last presidential debate in Salt Lake City, Utah. So, it has been set where these debates, if they occur, will be held, because we have to remember Trump and Biden are not normal candidates. Normal candidates would be eager to talk to the American people, would be eager to tell the people their great record and why they should win re-election. Trump and Biden, though, don't really have much of a record, and they know it's just going to be a yelling match between them. But what makes this also interesting this year, this incredible 2024 year, is third-party candidates, particularly Robert F. Kennedy Jr., because for the first time since 1992, it's almost certain, because Kennedy can only expand from where he is now, but he will definitely, likely, be in the presidential debate. For the first time since 1992, when Ross Perot was in the race, an independent will participate against the Democrat and Republican nominees for president in these general election debates, because the qualifications are what they have been for so long now, polling at an average of 15%, and Kennedy is just above that, and I think that Kennedy will be far above that by the first debate, by the time of the first debate. So that makes this so interesting, because for the first time since 1992, we have three candidates instead of two. So, it becomes less of a yelling match just between Trump and Biden. And it will definitely add an interesting dynamic to have a, not young, but younger than the other two, healthy looking at least, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., younger, healthier, he's pretty active, fresh, new voice on the stage instead of, the two candidates who's all we've been hearing for 4 years now. It will definitely be so interesting to have an independent, third, fresh, new voice on the stage, and I think it will help him. Definitely. So, Kennedy, presidential debate set for Texas, Virginia, Utah, as we said. And yeah, Kennedy is looking to be the first independent candidate on the stage in 3 decades. And again, I think that there's also the question if Trump and Biden will even participate, because looking at their numbers, it's just sad, honestly. Joe Biden at a 39% approval rating, 55% disapproval. That's a net of 16 points disapproval. And Donald Trump is at, 42% favorable, 53% unfavorable. That's a net of 11% unfavorable. It's really sad to see someone like Donald Trump more favorable than the incumbent president of the United States. That's just absolutely absurd. So there is this very apparent sense of tiredness with this two-party system, we're seeing this in polling. We are seeing this with this support that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has been able to amass. Even in the Democratic primary result, we saw it right after he announced his candidacy. It is absolutely incredible what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has been able to do. And just like 1992, just like now, Americans are very tired of this duopoly. This Democrat versus Republican, this conservative versus liberal. When we know it's not really about that. I think that most people do realize, whether these people vote, most of them probably don't. Whoever these people vote for, I think that most Americans do think that it's more of a people versus power sort of thing. And, populism has become sort of like a dirty word in American politics lately. But Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is a strong, self-proclaimed populist. He has championed that word, around his campaign, and it is paying off, and we are seeing that. So looking at the debates, with this unpopularity of Donald Trump, with this unpopularity of Joe Biden, Americans just being so unpopular, or so unhappy, and just tired and annoyed of this two-party duopoly, hating these Joe Biden, who, they see as can't even getting out a sentence, and Donald Trump, who is just a terrible person, they believe in their hearts. During these debates, I definitely think that RFK Jr. can shine, because he can absolutely destroy Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I mean, RFK Jr. is a very competent, he's so healthy. He's so active, and really, and he's so smart. He has the mental capacity, unlike the other two, to really take down both of these two-party, or Trump and Biden, to really take them down. Not like Trump does with just insults. I think that a lot of people are over that, to be honest. But really, with the whole system, I think that he can take down Trump and Biden during these debates, and the whole system with them. So these debates could be extremely effective for the Kennedy campaign, and I'm being totally realistic here. 33% is not a lot of the vote, but after the debates, saying that Kennedy right now is at like 20%, I think that, by the time of the debates and after a couple of debates, we could see RFK Jr. really in it to win it, because he could do something incredible during these debates. However, there's one thing holding him back, and it's just so unlucky and unfair for RFK Jr., and that being his voice. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was born with a condition. It became worse as he got older. Even watching video like from 5 years ago, it was way better than it is now. But his throat. I'm sure you all have heard him speak, and his voice, it like cuts out. It's very it's hard to listen to. But it's because he can't help it. It's because his throat muscles retract, and he can't do anything about it, unfortunately. And really, if he had a normal voice, he could be extremely effective. I would have such high hopes for these debates, as I was saying before, but his voice really holds him back, because, the question will come up: how much of a fresh voice can you be if your voice sounds like that? It sounds like death. It definitely doesn't sound fresh and young and new. If you had a normal voice, then sure, it could be extremely effective. But it sounds old and it just reminds me of death for some reason. So that will be a challenge that he has to overcome, is his voice. Again, it's really hard to listen to for a lot of people, so he'll definitely have to step up his game, because he is at a disadvantage for that. But look, these favorability polls, he consistently, of all the 2024 presidential candidates, Democrat, Republican, Independent, he consistently it polls the most favorable of them. 52% say they have a favorable opinion of Kennedy. He is the only 2024 wait, what? I mean, well, never mind. But and then only 20, I mean, this is big. Only 27% say they're unfavorable of him. So that's a net of 25 points, which is insane. Trump, on the other hand, 51. I don't even know how it's that high. Favorable. 44% unfavorable. But that's only a net of 7, even though it's so close to favorable. Trump is so divisive. Kennedy, not so much. A lot of people have, a mixed opinion on him. And Biden, only 49% favorable, 46% unfavorable. That's a -2 net favorability rating. So looking at 2024, Kennedy, by far the most favorable. People like him already, but on that debate stage, he could be extremely effective. However, there's the question, do Trump and Biden even participate? I mean, we'll have to see. But I mean, Kennedy is definitely in it. And I think that, if Biden, or sorry, I think that, Trump will definitely want Biden to come on the stage so that, he could kind of destroy him. But there's a very real possibility that Biden does not, because he cannot speak. I mean, it is so much worse from even 2020. He was so much better with speaking and everything in mental capacity in 2020 than he is now. So Biden not participating is a real possibility. Then Trump won't even want to. Maybe Trump will want to debate Kennedy. That could happen. But I don't know. We'll see. So thank you all for watching this video. I really hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all later.